Welcome back, friends and newcomers alike, to a place where time halts in its tracks and we take a moment to venture through the underground to see what sort of RoboCraft vehicle we can unearth. Looks like today we'll be working with the infamous vertical bot. But don't be surprised. No, FreeJam has reworked the mechanics of the wheels placed vertically, making the design null. But we have a few tricks up our sleeve to wipe the smirk off their faces. Start by building a 13 by 13 frame. I use tier 6 cubes, but whatever tier you want works fine. We follow up by using prisms for the seat base, and notice how they are faced. The key to any good build is a solid core, so we construct arms from the seat base to connect to the least likely places we will take damage, the back side of the vehicle. Notice how the tetras are faced. Currently we're working on layer 2 of the bot, if there are 3 layers to a vertical build. Two connector cubes, those being prisms. Fill in the second layer with prism cubes slanted inwards, along with creating a roof for our vehicle, which is our third layer. Two arms branching off the side, which we will use later. More prism cubes to help hold the core in place. I use inner cubes to help alleviate the weight issues. Filling it in, leaving one space on each side for prism cubes to fill in the rest. Few more prism cubes to touch it off, making sure to leave it open as we need to put a T4 thruster there later on. A spine up the middle on layer 1 will house our thrusters. Use cubes and prisms for a good damage transfer area. Notice how the prisms are facing, not touching the roof. We will attach the spine through prism and tetras that have their faces on the ceiling of the vehicle. Our turning thrusters are attached to 2 prisms faced outwards. Using T6 thrusters injected with delta V again. I reworked the design in a few seconds as I didn't leave enough room for the thrusters on the top. Also coming back to show you how I built the arms for the thrusters facing forwards, near the front of the nose of the bot. 2 tetras, making sure they aren't facing towards the ceiling. Allows for tier 4 thrusters placed just in the gap in between. Again, we venture around to the outside of the craft where we will fill in our third layer with more prisms and tetras to finish off the corners. Back on the inside of the craft, we switch out some cubes for prisms so that our lifting helium blocks don't connect directly to the outside of the craft. Again, with the Triforce design in mind here. We use tier 6 helium blocks to fill in the corners. Again, be careful which way you place the helium blocks. We construct more Triforce arms that will connect to the core of the ship via the bottom set of the helium blocks. The upper set will get their own custom designed Triforce arms that run a circle back to where they began. Notice the placement and face of each of the Tetras. Come back around to the outside to switch out a few prism cubes and turn them around for optimal gun placement, allowing for 6 guns. I choose SMGs, but railguns would work just fine on this vehicle as well. Back on the inside, we throw a few Tetras to hide the crevasses. And I take a second to show you that there is only one current connection cube from the roof to the sides. So let's alleviate that by adding 2 Tetras to those prisms that we just placed. Again, just showing you how it works. I change out a few parts of the original core arms to face the bottom of the ship while in motion. That way any pesky plasma bombers cannot one-shot our backside or roof. A T4 thruster on the top, or front of the ship, allows you to land safely at the beginning of every match. Make sure to mash the W key. A few additional Tetras on the arms to make it sturdier. Notice how these Tetras are placed. And some helium blocks running along the core for more lift. Again, tier 6 helium blocks. Prisms along the second layer of the outer wall to attach more rear-facing tier 4 thrusters for more stopping power. Sliding in under the forward thrusters, we place a set of 2 tier 5 radar jammers. Flippers on the back rear. And the last bit is tricky, so feel free to rewind if you need, but I managed to squeeze in a few extra Tetras facing upwards so that we can stick more helium blocks in there. Coming back around to the outside of the craft, we do some tweaking with the weapons to get it right at the edge of tier 6. One more cube and we'd be landing in tier 7. And voila! The craft is complete. Let's show it off for a few quick battles and see what kind of damage it can dish out, and at the same time, see what kind of menacing fear it strikes into enemies who cannot manage to kill it. Boom, sucker! You just went down like a sack of potatoes. Don't mess with Slim. You guys already know this. I thought we taught you a lesson last time when we played you with the Flappy. Oh, and by the way, expect more RoboCraft videos to be coming out. You really think you got something on me? Peace! Oh, we got a sniper pointing at me now. Alright, I see you. And I raised you a few SMG shots directly to the dome. Wow, the healer's burning my face down too. Look at that, not even melting. Not even melting. Boom, sucker, you can't mess with Slim. And this is where I think my battle ends. We do not surrender! Ooh! Even when we're down and out for the count, we still take no for an answer. It can output some serious mean machines right into the underside of those planes. Oh! And out of nowhere, someone comes up and decides the healer is going to put out the damage to finish me off. Alright, I see you. Pesky sniper again. I dislike those bots. I show him how much I dislike him by destroying him one shot. I decided the best idea is to shoot off all the guns on this healer, and I almost have him. And then his teammate comes up and saves the day. GG though, friends, GG. Until next time, this was Earthworm Slim, live from the underground. As always, stay classy, RoboCrafters.